The trial of Jada Kelly entered a chaotic third day as the defense fought to cast doubt on the state's case. Kelly was indicted on 3 counts of aggravated DUI in connection with the incident in January 2023. Investigators allege she was drunk when she crashed into another car, killing Azure Higgins and Valerie Lynch at the intersection of Canton Mart Road and the I-55 frontage road in North Jackson. From motions for a mistrial to questions about toxicology reports, the jury heard a lot of back and forth today, but the most emotional moment came when the defendant's own father took the stand. Patrick Kelly is a former investigator for the public defender's office, but today he spoke only as a parent. Kelly shared the moment he got that life-changing call.
On Sunday morning, getting to church from the sheriff's department, they told me that my daughter had been arrested. It's an accident. People were killed. I've had some deaths in my family, but that was probably the hardest day of my life.
Kelly's father testified that he personally went to nearby businesses to collect video footage of that night. The state chose not to cross-examine him, and the defense expects to call at least one more witness when the trial resumes Monday morning.